Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the Sick Podcast, Recruits Draftcast. The draft is 1 week away, and to commemorate this milestone, we got a very special guest coming on, a draft-eligible forward who is the talk of the town for many reasons. So we're very excited to bring him on and have a great conversation with him. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to the Sick Podcast. Recruits Draftcast.
With our first pick in the 2022 NHL Draft, les Canadiens de Montréal sont fiers de repêcher from the Slovakian national team and TPS Turku, Juraj Slafkovsky.
The sickest NHL draft and scouting podcast. It's gonna be sick.
All right, producer Shayne here, joined by my beautiful co-host Grant McCagg. How are you doing today?
Me? Tired. I just finished the draft. I put it up on the site about noon, so you can go there. You got 1 day to get it at $14.99. Can't beat the price. So hope you can subscribe there over the next day or two and at that special price, and hope you like it.
Yep, buy it while it's hot. Grant has been working tirelessly on this draft guide, and I've taken a peek at it. I can tell you it is fantastic. So do yourself a favor and go check it out. Now, before we get to our guest here, we got some business to attend to, and first and foremost, we got to get to Betway. Betway is a leading global online betting and gaming brand. Follow your gut instinct. Go with Betway. Go on betway.com or scan the QR code this way at the bottom of the screen to join on the action. Must be 18 plus to play responsibly. We are very grateful for Betway because they are sending me to Vegas. I leave Tuesday, and I might be on the same flight as our guest. So we just discovered that before the show. That would be awesome. And of course, we got to thank our other sponsor, Insta Customs. Insta Customs are proud supporters of Recruits and the Sick Podcast, Recruits Draftcast, the highest rated apparel print shop in Canada at 4.9 Google stars, specializing in direct-to-garment printing and embroidery. Located just minutes away from the Bell Center on Rue Stanley in Montreal. Please visit their website at instacustoms.com if you want to look as fresh as we do. I got the hat. Grant's got the merch going. It's good stuff. So thank you to Insta Customs. All right. Are we ready, Grant?
Yepper. Let's bring them on.
Bring on forward for St. Andrews College, Dean Letourneau. Dean, how's it going, buddy?
Doing good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Thank you for taking the time. We really appreciate you coming on the show and chatting that up with us. We know it's a busy time in your life. It's a big event 1 week from today in Vegas. You will be drafted into the NHL. So lots to discuss here. But first and foremost, how many people are coming with you to Vegas? You got a big group?
Not too big. No, just my family. So my parents and my two brothers will be making the trip down.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful. You ever been to Vegas?
Have not. No, this will be the first time.
It's an interesting place, but the Sphere should be amazing. And I mean, you're a part of a historic draft, right? This is the last centralized draft with all the teams on location. So pretty special, I bet, for you. You just came back from the Combine not too long ago in Buffalo. You showed out. You were the talk of the town. Everybody wanted to talk to you and get a look at you. So I got to ask, how tired are you of the height questions? Because that's all I heard, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of used to it by now. I've been getting the height questions a lot, so I'm used to answering it. But I mean, it's going to keep happening, so it is what it is.
That's it. It's not every day we get a 6'7" center as skilled as you. So I think people are keen on asking questions, and you might get some more today too. It's just. You got it. So
6'6.5", isn't he?
Oh, you got to bump it up. Grant. Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Give me that extra 0.5.
It's 6'7", okay?
And you grew in the last year, I guess, too, a bit, eh?
Yeah, I grew a little bit. I think I measured at 6'6" flat at the start of the year. So
okay, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
What was your weight at the? Sorry, Shayne. What was your weight at the end of the season, and what is it now? Did you add weight?
End of the season, I think I was still 209. I think I finished the same as I kind of started, and then right now I'm about 215, 220 ish.
Okay. What are you thinking? Like, do you have a kind of a goal set for weight that you would play at the NHL level, or?
Yeah, I mean, at the NHL, I probably want to put on a few more pounds just to be as heavy and stable as possible. So probably around like 230, 235 ish, I would say.
Okay. So you and Slav can battle it out there for if you end up being picked by the Habs, of course. Just there were some rumors that Montreal was one of the teams that has shown interest in you. Dallas, I heard Dallas, Utah, and Montreal. Would that be accurate?
I think so. Yeah, that'd be pretty accurate. I would say.
What Montreal did they interview you outside of the combine interview, or?
Yeah, I had one. I've talked to them a couple times. I had an in-person meeting with one of their scouts, I think halfway through the year, and then talked to them at the combine. So,
okay. Any sense that maybe they'd be their second pick of the first round? Maybe they'd be looking at you, perhaps.
I hope so. That'd be pretty cool. So, yeah.
Are you getting any sense on when you expect to get picked?
My advisors have kind of told me I could go mid to late, mid first round. So I would hope that'd be the case, but if not, then it is what it is, and kind of what I do after the draft that's important. So
exactly. That's the attitude.
You're heading to Boston College this fall, are you?
Yep. Yeah. I got moved up a year. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What were originally USHL perhaps you were, or BCHL, or what was the original plan?
It was going to be the USHL.
Yeah. Okay. You had to put your nose to the grindstone and graduate high school a little quick. Have you graduated, or?
Yeah, I graduated. I graduated from St. Andrews. I think our graduation was the 14th. So just
good for you.
So
yeah,
it's awesome.
But why was it quick routed? You just Boston, I guess. BC probably wanted you to come, and you figured it was the best development path for you.
Yeah, I was originally going to go play in Sioux Falls next year, then Coach Brown called me and asked me if I wanted to come in after Smith signed. They kind of had a spot opened up, it was kind of hard opportunity to pass up. So I said yes, and I'm super excited to get down there and get started.
Oh. Have you been down yet, or met any of your prospective teammates?
I met a couple of them at the combine. I met Skahan and I saw Stiga. So they seem like nice guys. It should be fun to be down there with them and see them again and have a good year. So,
wouldn't be a bad thing if a rookie line with you and Stiga on it might be nice. Two potential first round picks there on the line together. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Jacob Fowler obviously was picked by the Canadians. You haven't met Jacob yet, but I guess you're going to have a good guy stopping the pucks behind you too, eh?
Yeah, I did meet him on my Boston College visit. Yeah, I met him, saw him around there at the rink. So he's a nice guy too. So should be good to have him around as well.
Yeah, for sure. What was the Shayne? You asked a couple questions there. I didn't mean to cut you off, so we'll let you.
No, you're good. You're good. Oh, yeah? Well, I wanted to hear more about the combine because it's always a polarizing experience. It seems that you either love it or hate it. We heard Macklin Celebrini say he loved it, and then we hear other players say it's a challenge. So from your perspective, how was your experience in Buffalo?
I mean, I loved it. It was a good experience to be down there with all the guys. I mean, for me too, was just the competition, battling against other guys from other leagues. So it was good to get down there and show what I have against them. It was also nice to kind of just be in the experience. I mean, it's kind of a tradition that's been happening for the past couple of years. So just being involved in that was pretty special for me. So I kind of just tried to enjoy it all. So yeah.
Yeah. And an exercise that kind of stood out to me, the pull-ups. How many did you do again? Is it 5?
I only got 5. Yeah.
Only. Okay. People don't understand. At your size, 5 pull-ups is amazing. Like that's huge. So,
yeah, that was my goal. So
yeah,
it's a long way up for you, eh?
That is very impressive.
Yeah, with the longest wingspan. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's it. Aside from the pull-ups, what would you say were like your favorite or least favorite exercise testing they did?
Least favorite? Well, I mean, for me, probably bench press. Again, the long arms didn't help out there. I mean, the wind gate wasn't the best either. I mean, I kind of felt like I was about to throw up after. But I mean, I did pretty well in that one. So
yeah.
You
well, I mean, your season ended fairly early, right? So you've had a lot of time to work out since the season's end. What all were you doing to prepare for the combine?
Yeah, I mean, I was with my strength coach from St. Andrews. He worked with like Johnny Castagna last year. So he kind of put me on the same program where I was kind of just building up, going 3 times a week for the first 2 weeks, and then kind of ramped up to 5 times a week for a bit. And then as I kind of got closer to the combine, tapered down a little bit. So we were doing a lot of kind of combine-based drills, making sure I was getting good speed for the 5-10-5 and power. So doing a lot of explosive exercises. So I mean, I really liked what I did with Coach Abe's there. And it helped me and Jack Pridham too a lot in the combine. So,
okay, Pridham's back. Was back. Okay, I was going to ask you about Jack because he's a good-looking prospect too. I know he went to the BCHL this year, but I've got him ranked in the 2nd round. I know the two of you last year were both really good, and scouts thought he might be a 1st rounder, but he didn't have a great year, I guess. Points wise, but just talk a little bit about Jack and what kind of a player you think he is.
Yeah, I mean, Jack's he's a hard worker. He plays with an edge. He's really fast. He's got a great shot. I mean, he got me a lot of assists last year. I just gave him the puck and he kind of just took over and shot it, scored. So I mean, he's a great player to play with. He's really fast. He kind of creates space for me and for my other teammates. So I mean, I loved playing with him last year.
Another guy that I ended up ranking, actually, last guy I ranked is Connor Clattenburg. Now you played. I was having a look there. You played some with Connor in the past, haven't you?
Yep. Yeah. No, me and Connor played a lot actually together growing up.
Okay.
The Titans and then with Renfrew. So yeah, I played with Connor a lot, and we live in the same town. So.
Yeah. No. So we got 2 Arnprior boys in the draft on my draft list for the first time ever. So that's notable. Are you in Braeside or Arnprior or McNabb or where?
I'm in Braeside. And Braeside? Connor lives in Arnprior.
Oh, he's a big town boy. You're the villager. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I used to play in the Braeside Cup. It was a big outdoor tournament that they'd have every year at the bar that doesn't exist there anymore, like most small town pubs. But I grew up in Renfrew, so
nice.
Glad to see that you got away from the Packer organization and went to a good influential place like Renfrew to get your development in, eh?
Yeah.
Well, no, you better not put down Arnprior. It's a good town. I lived there for 4 years as well. So
cool.
Good folks in Arnprior. I know lots of people in Braeside, and it's great that might be the first Arnprior boy, I think, ever selected in the first round if you make it there. If the Habs pick you at 26, so
yeah, I hope so.
You must be excited, eh? Yeah. Yeah. Del Elche's another kid that I was really impressed with last year, and he went to Montreal's development camp.
He was good.
And we were really impressed and thought, hey, this kid should have been drafted last year. What are your thoughts on Del Elche as a player?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he should have been drafted too last year. I mean, he's such a good defenseman. He's an offensive defenseman, but he can also play in both ends. So he's really offensive, really creative. He likes to try stuff and kind of make plays. I mean, he set the point record for defenseman at our school, where he beat out Jack Barr, who was a third-round draft pick. So I was a little surprised too not to hear his name called. But I mean, hopefully we can hear it called this year. And yeah, I know playing with Francesco, he was a great player. I mean, he ran the power play my first year at SAC, and I mean, he's a big part of why we won games. So.
Yeah, he very mobile.
Yep. Yeah, he's a great skater.
Oh, beautiful skater. But just describe you got a shoulder injury in the second half. You were kind of playing through it, I heard, and maybe that's and then you decided not to go to Sioux Falls and rest it. Is that accurate?
Yeah. So, I mean, I hurt my shoulder during our McPherson tournament. It was a grade 1 AC joint sprain. So, I mean, I played through it from January till March, till our season ended. I hurt it a couple more times halfway through like that period, and then hurt it again in those last 2 games of the year. So, I mean, my athletic therapist kind of thought it was best for me to rest it. I needed like 2 to 3 weeks of no contact to fully recover, and then it ended up taking me about 4. Then I was fully healed and back in the gym training. So,
I know some teams were a little. Scouts can be a little ornery when it comes to that you didn't get to play against higher competition. Did you hear that from, as a reason why maybe you won't go as high in the draft as perhaps you deserve to go?
I mean, I've heard it a couple times. It wasn't as big of an issue as I thought, which I thought was good, because I mean, the St. Andrews competition we play against isn't like what most people think with Canadian high school prep hockey. I mean, we play against Shattuck. We play against teams in the States all the time. We went to Germany, where we played U20 teams. We played junior B teams in the Gouge. So, I mean, it's a good schedule we play against. So I wouldn't say it's as low of a competition as some people like to say. So, I mean, I feel like that's probably why I didn't hear it as much.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Shayne.
Oh, wow. Who's Sean?
Yeah.
No, but
Shayne.
It's a special moment that's going to be coming here in a week. And I love hearing players talk about their influences and maybe people who help bring them to that stage. So for you, can you name a few people that kind of, were very influential in your young hockey career so far?
Yeah, I mean, a couple people, my skills coaches that I've worked with. So, I mean, Pat Malloy is a skills coach that I worked with for a little bit now. And he's kind of helped me take that next step from my OHL draft year, where I was a 9th round pick, to now where I'm being talked to be about drafted in the NHL. So he's kind of helped me along the way. I mean, my off-ice training with Tony Greco. I mean, there's guys there at TG Athletics that I've been there for 6 years, getting faster and stronger. And then other people like my parents who sacrificed a lot. I mean, for me to go to St. Andrews and take my next steps of my career there. And then that leads into the last part, where it would be my staff at St. Andrews with Coach Manning and Abe's and all the coaching staff there, where they've helped me just get better every day. It's been a great spot for development. So yeah, those are kind of all the people that have kind of helped me along the way.
That's fantastic.
Tony Greco, he used to have a show on the local radio station or the sports station.
Yeah, funny enough, a couple of years ago, my grandma met him for the first time and was bringing that up to him. But
yeah,
she doesn't do it on the radio all the time. So
yeah, good stuff. Is he still beside Moose McGuire's there in that building in Canada?
He's not anymore. No, he sold. So he actually sold all his gyms, and he built one in his backyard now. So he's got a nice gym in his backyard. Where everyone goes to. So
he doesn't have far to go to work out. Yeah.
No. There's a couple steps away. So.
Right on. What would you say are the strengths of your game at this point?
I would probably say like my size, my hands, my smarts. Just being able to kind of create plays with my long limbs. I can kind of put pucks into different areas where most guys can, and kind of create different passing angles. So I mean, I'd probably say those three. Just the combination with those would probably be my strengths.
Mm. You do. Do you remember Logan Brown?
Yeah.
Okay. You do remind me a little bit of him in how he handles the puck in his draft year, and with his size and stick handling ability. Like you stick handle quite well for a big man, and I think, like you say, that's one of the strengths of your game for sure. And what would you say are the things that you need to work on the most at this point?
I think for me, it's kind of just playing to my size more. I mean, for a big guy, I'm not strong enough for right now as I want to be. I mean, I don't really play a big man's game right now, where I kind of play a skilled game, where I like to show the puck to defenders. But I think for me, I need to kind of work on playing with my back to them a little more, using my back to kind of keep pucks away from them, my long reach, playing along the boards. So kind of just developing that big man's game, I think would be the next step for me.
So like develop into a Tage Thompson type player wouldn't be a bad thing?
No, that's exactly what I'm going for.
Yeah. Well, he had a long way to go in his draft year too. So any expectations on how long you think you'll go to college?
I mean, I think for me, it'd probably be 2 to 3 years. I mean, I'm going to try to make it as early as possible. But I think realistically it'd be like 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, 2-3 years in Boston College is a good place to be, right? That's could be much worse. So I think that's pretty good. Yeah. No rush.
So Prids, Jack's going to BU, you're going to BC. So there have been any trash talking happening there yet, or
not yet? No. I think Jack might be going back to West Kelowna for another year.
Oh, okay.
So we won't have that trash talk for another year or two.
Okay, I didn't know. So you're going to make the jump right from St. Andrews, and he's going to do 2 years in the U. It's almost backwards there, but hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
Now, what team did you? What NHL team did you cheer for growing up? Ottawa?
Not really. I mean, I kind of a little bit just growing up from there. I mean, I was a Pittsburgh Penguins fan growing up. I liked Sidney Crosby, so that was kind of the reason why. I'm not a diehard Pittsburgh fan, but they were my favorite team growing up. I got a couple things in my room here from when they won the cup in 16 and 17. So
okay. Is there a player or that you maybe pattern your game after? Would you say?
Like just in the NHL?
Yeah,
I would probably say Tage Thompson.
You would, okay.
Yeah, I try to model my game after him. Just a tall, skilled centerman. He's fast for his size, great hands, and I mean, I like watching his game with his puck protection. That's the thing I'm trying to work on the most. So I think I've watched every Tage Thompson video on YouTube during my classes this year to try to get better and just learn from him. So yeah.
Well, I had him on my fantasy team, so I'm a big fan as well. But he, that's known that Tage uses like a shorter stick, right? Have you experimented with that? Like, how have you tried that technique yet?
I did, yeah. I saw a video of him with his short stick this year. I think it was in November. And I used to use like a pretty long stick. It was probably about at my nose. And then I kind of cut it down to where it's a little below my chin now. So I like the shorter stick. I didn't find it kind of made my shot worse at all. I just thought I could kind of stick handle better in my feet. I can pull pucks in close to my feet and kind of change the angle a little more. So I mean, I made the switch and I liked it, so it was good.
Good stuff. We had a discussion about that on the show one time at the Howie Meeker. Howie Meeker swore that you had to have it right about there. Yeah, so I always had, and I mean I was 5'9", so I mean my stick be about half, go up to your belly button probably there, Dean. But I could stick handle, couldn't shoot where the heck, but I could handle a puck.
Yeah.
Silky mitts.
Yeah, that's it. But so you're when are you heading to the draft?
So I'll be going down on Tuesday. So my family's gonna drive down to Montreal on Monday night, stay the night there, and then we're gonna fly down, I think, Tuesday morning. Not sure what time though, but I think my mom's got some stuff planned for Tuesday night in Vegas. So
yeah. That's it. You'll get to spend more time there, enjoy the city a bit. It won't just be in and out. So there's lots to enjoy, right? That's if there's a city to partake in, that's the one.
Yeah.
She going to go see Wayne Newton, or what? What's the plan there?
I don't know. I think Tuesday there's like maybe a magician or something, or a comedian that we're going to see. So yeah, she's got all that stuff planned out. So.
Some Chris Angel? Hell yeah.
She's going to go try to find out who's going to draft you.
Knocking on every door.
Go see a medium, and who is going to draft my son Dean? Is it the first round? So it'd be kind of cool if you fly from Montreal to Vegas and then get picked by Montreal and then fly back to Montreal, eh?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. It'd be easy for my parents. They could stay in Montreal and watch the development camp. So
yeah, exactly. It's right after. So if that happens to be what happens, we'll see you there, because I plan on going down. So
nobody's complaining. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's about it for me. You got anything else, Shayne?
Of course I do.
Or Sean, or whatever your name is.
This video here is going to be rewatched next week by the fan base of whichever team you get drafted to. Grant keeps pushing the Habs, and we're hoping that Kent's watching this. But whichever team that may be, if you were to address the fan base right now, how would you present yourself? What kind of player did they just get?
I mean, they got a tall, skilled, competitive player. I mean, a centerman who likes to play 200 feet, wants to win. I mean, I'm kind of going to do anything I can to win. So, I mean, they should be pretty excited for that. I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can to make the NHL as quick as possible and give whatever team drafts me a good chance of winning. So
that's beautiful. Want to win.
Said.
Want to win. That's the key right there. Love it. Well, Grant, if you got nothing else, we'll let our friend get his baggages ready and pack his suitcase. Get ready for the draft, baby.
Yeah.
Coming up. Awesome. Well, Dean, we really appreciate you coming on, and best of luck. Maybe I'll see you in the plane. We'll see.
Yeah, that would be cool. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks, Dean.
Awesome.
Take it easy.
You too.
Awesome. All right, Dean Letourneau, what a great kid. Love that interview, and I'm sure whichever team is going to take him is going to love him as well, and the fan base too. So if you're watching this after the draft, this is a little snippet of what you can expect from your new player, whichever team you cheer for. Grant, any takeaways here?
I wish he'd smile, eh? The kid never
great personality, man.
Never broke out a grin, eh?
Infectious.
I'd heard like he was just a nice kid, one
That's
of the
it.
nicest kids interviewed at the draft, and I think we just got a glimpse of why that's the case. So, hey,
Absolutely.
I ranked him pretty high. Pick up your draft guide and find out where exactly.
That's
and
right.
What team. I don't know if you looked at the mock draft or had a chance yet.
I did. I know where you put him.
Okay.
Yeah. But we'll keep that a secret. We'll keep that a secret because we want the people to go check out recruits.ca for that draft guide and see where Dean is ranked and where everybody else is ranked. I approve of the rankings. I think they make sense, and there's information to back up the numbers. So do go check it out. And Grant, Monday is Bob McKenzie's final draft list. That is usually very telling, right? He polls the scouts, so that'll give us a better idea of how this draft could unfold. And we're going to be doing a show breaking it down. So definitely stay tuned for that. And like Dean said, I also fly out on Tuesday morning from Montreal. Maybe we're on the same flight. That'll be yet to determine. But I will be making my way to Vegas on Tuesday. So while I am in Vegas, we're going to be doing more shows together. The dates and times have yet to be determined, but I can guarantee you that I'll provide you with some really good content. I'm going to be in the Sphere. Don't worry. I'm going to be in it. Okay. I'm going to be in it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Grant, parting words before we head out.
Well, like I say, that great kid, and I hope he's not disappointed and goes like 50th or something like that, because I think the long-term potential of him is really high.
Oh, yeah.
And once you hit about 20 in the draft, it's you're grasping at straws anyways, and you don't know if you're getting a future NHLer or not. So upside wise, I think it is very high with him, and hopefully a team takes a swing picking him in the first round. We'll see though.
That's it. But like you said, whichever team takes him, he's going to do all he can to help them win. And that's really what matters at the end of the day. So all the credit to him. He's a very mature young man. And I think he's going to make an NHL team and an NHL fan base very happy next week. So, well, that's it for us this week. Let us know in the comments which team you would like Dean to get drafted to. I think Grant and I have the same one in mind. We've been pushing it all show. Kent, if you're watching, take notes. So we'll all find out on June 28th or 29th, which is 1 week away already. We've been talking about this draft since January, so it feels a bit surreal that it's all coming to a head, but we're all so very excited. And obviously, we strongly recommend that you subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already, turn on the notification bell so you get an alert whenever we upload a new show. Like I mentioned, I will be in Vegas next week, so I'll be providing you with some good content on here and on our Twitter or X page, whatever you want to call it. Also, you know the drill. Don't forget to go check out recruits.ca, right? The Recruits draft guide is available there for $14.99. You got one more day, okay? Go check that out and go learn about all this exciting draft class coming up here. So for Grant McCagg and Dean Letourneau, I'm producer Shayne. This has been another edition of the Sick Podcast, Recruits Draftcast. Until next time, take care.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast, Recruits Draftcast on YouTube, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.